Hello, everyone, and welcome to 100 Yards of Football Sports Talk Radio. I'm your producer this evening, Logan Landers. And join me, man, to talk about this SEC Game of the Week. We got a battle of the unbeatens, a battle of two top 10 ranked teams in AP Top 25. The number 2 Georgia Bulldogs face the number 8 Arkansas Razorbacks. Oh, it's going to be a good battle, and I can't do it without myself, the man who went to Arkansas. The man who represents the 901, Mr. Football himself, Vincent Turner. How you doing this morning, Vincent?
How you doing, Mr. Logan Landers?
Hey, I can't complain. I know we were talking for a while on the air. We can't wait to talk about this game, man. But let's get into it. We're not going to leave the fans waiting any longer. But, hey, if you like this video, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We appreciate all the love and support you guys have been giving us over on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, and also on our podcast. We appreciate all of the likes and all the support y'all been giving us. Mr. Turner, it's our game we've been waiting for, man. Georgia and Arkansas. Please tell the people, how do you think this game's going to go, man? Give our fans a preview of what's going to be going on for this game.
Well, Logan, we've been working together for the last 2 years, and I've been more or less a laid-back guy doing these videos, and, of course, the oldest guy, and I'm so thankful that you came on my platform and really made a tremendous growth with us.
Thank you, sir.
But you know me, when you first met me, I told you I went to Arkansas, and I really didn't put no emphasis on that because I know where we were as a football program. I was great to go to that school from 1978 to 1982. And before I get into our preview today, I'm sorry if people take offense at what I'm going to do. First of all, I want to give kudos to the state of Arkansas, to my people in Jonesboro, to my people in Cabot, to my people in North Little Rock, to my people in Little Rock, to my people in Jacksonville, to my people in Dermont, to my people in Pine Bluff, to my roommate, Magnolia, Arkansas fan, is Mr. Victor Moss, and of course to El Dorado, and of course to the school up there in Northwest Arkansas, Fayetteville, Arkansas. And I tell you what, come Thursday night, all those people going to ascend on Athens, Georgia. And it's going to be our oasis, a party. Now, Logan, I don't want you to frown up, but I got to do this because I know you're a Georgia fan. So you get that smirk off your face because you know what I'm going to do. Whoa, hey, soy. Whoa, hey, soy. Whoa, hey, soy. Razorbacks. Now I'm going to get to the game. The Arkansas Razorbacks, we don't supposed to be here. We're going to play with house money. I think the keys to the Razorbacks are very simple. Don't change nothing. Don't try to do nothing that you haven't done it. And what the Razorbacks are going to do, they're going to run the football on Saturday. They got 5 players that's averaging over 5.6 yards a carry. To me, they got the best offensive line in the country right now, and Marion Cunningham, Bradley Statham, Ricky Stromberg, and Ty Clark and Dalton Wagner. Another key for Arkansas in this football game, we all have a saying here, 100 yards of football, and Logan knows what I'm going to say here. Big-time players play big-time and big-time football games. The young man from the state of Mississippi, Sardis, Mississippi, Mr. K.J. Jefferson has been flawless over the first 4 weeks of the season. That's why the Razorbacks are ranked number 8 in the country. And most of all, I keep telling y'all, some in the water in Mississippi. Morgan Freeman, James Earl Jones, Brent Favre, Eli, Peyton Manning, their father Archie. Well, this young man has got something special along the lines of Jerry Rice and Walter Payton. And all you have to do is look at the rankings. They're number 8 right now in the country. And why I feel good about this football game, Arkansas is very balanced. And they got playmakers on the outside. But they got to be able to run the football against Georgia on Saturday. And think about this. Coming into the Texas A&M game last week, I said the same thing against Texas A&M defense that was pretty good. Arkansas has got to control the line of scrimmage. And you know what happened? They came out. The first 3 plays were Traylon Smith, 16 yards here, 15 yards there, 12 yards there. And the game changed right there because it showed you that Arkansas is going to be physical. Then on the defensive side of the ball, the key For Arkansas, don't do anything different. You got to tackle well. Because Georgia, Kevin Smart is not going to change anything. He's got an experienced quarterback in JT Daniels, but Georgia's going to try to establish the run. That's Kevin Smart, man. I don't care who they got playing out front. So that great D-line that Arkansas was led last week with Trey Williams, who had a game of his life, 2 sacks and 3 pass holding calls called against him. You got to play real well along line of scrimmage. Grant Morgan, Hayden Henry, Bumper Poole, Jalen Catalon. Man, y'all got to bring it on Saturday, and it means tackling well. Now with the Georgia Bulldogs. Much respect to Dog Nation. To be honest with you, over these weeks watching college football, and I don't really agree with this guy, but I got to agree with him. Buck Belue, the national championship quarterback off the 1980 Georgia football team, he said this past week he thought Georgia was the best team in the country. I got to agree with him. I think they're the best team in the country right now. I think they're better than Alabama simply because of their defense. I like what they've done over the first weeks of the season. To win in this game on any level, you got to win the line of scrimmage. They only giving up 2.3 yards to rush, Logan. Then think about their D-line, man. D-line. Jordan Davis, NFL. Devontae Wyatt, NFL. Trayvon Walker, NFL. Adam Anderson, NFL. Nakobe Dean, NFL. Quan Walker, NFL. Chandler Tyndale, NFL. Lewis Klein, NFL. All those guys, I'm sorry. They're going to be playing on the National Football League in the next few years, starting next year. And Jordan Davis, if he comes to play, that sometimes people say that he might not come aggressive, but if he comes to play, then I'm going to tell you, I'm going to love what's going to go on Saturday. It's going to be hard-hitting football. And the line of scrimmage to me is going to be the tone of the game. It's no question about it. Georgia has the better football team. They got the better players. They got the 5 stars. But you know what? This game puts me back in 2 games I remember where both teams were strong on the line of scrimmage. I'm going to take you back, Logan. You weren't born. The 73 Rose Bowl. USC came in that game. Charles Young, the late great Sam Cunningham, Pete Adams, Lynn Swan. And they took on Ohio State. They had Archie Griffin, Tim Fox, Doug France, Neil Cozy, Randy Granishon, and John Hicks. The game was tied at halftime, 17-17. But you know what? USC came out in the second half and established the run with Sam the Bam Cunningham. And you saw what happened. USC went on and took that game 42-17. Then one of the best college football games I saw play at the line of scrimmage. 1986. The Hurricanes with Miami. And the Oklahoma Sooners played like the 3rd game that year. And you had star power on both sides of the ball. And when they walked out to the middle of the field, you can go look at YouTube. You had Vernon Testaverde, Jerome Brown, Alonzo Smith, Highsmith, Benny Blades. They was at the middle of the field, and you had Oklahoma with Brian Bosworth. And they was at the middle of the field, and they were talking noise. Hey man, it's gonna be the line of scrimmage all day, baby. I'm coming, Logan. Dog Nation. The Hogs are gonna be there on the line of scrimmage. It's gonna be at 12 noon. Make sure you got the alcohol ready. It's gonna be the stands. I'm happy, man. I'm 61 years old, having fun with a very handsome 23-year-old guy, man. And we talking football. The biggest game of the day. The Arkansas Razorbacks and the Georgia Bulldogs. What I expect it's going to be a real hard football game. But I expect Georgia's got the more talent, and they're going to pull away late in the game. I'm looking at a score of 27-13. But however, them first 3 quarters is going to be high volume, must-see TV. The Hogs and the Dogs.
Hey, you summed it up right there, VT. The Hogs and the Dogs. That's how we do it, man. It's going to be a great game. This is going to be a defensive showdown, I think. These teams, they don't give up many points. They don't give up many yards. This is going to be a great test. Both these teams ranked in the top 10 when it comes in defense in terms of yards per game, in terms of passing yards per game, in terms of rushing defense, scoring. They all there. The defense is going to be an onslaught for both these teams, for Georgia and for Arkansas. You're going to see Georgia get a pick. You're going to see Arkansas come back the next round and get a pick. There's going to be a battle, I think. And a lot of people, like you said, they sleeping on Arkansas. I don't think anyone thought they would be a top 10 ranked team at this moment going into this season. They beat two already really good ranked teams so far this season. They beat Texas early on the season, and then we saw what they did last week. We did a preview on it against Texas A&M, the Aggies. They beat them. So, hey, they have a great wave of confidence coming into this game against Georgia. But like you mentioned, the Dogs, they have looked great all season. They beat Vanderbilt by a lot last week. I don't even want to talk about that score. And they are looking fine as ever. I know we did our beginning of the year. You ranked the Dogs as your number one ranked team in the country. And, hey, right now, they looking like it. I'm with you. I think they got the better defense than Alabama right now. The offense is right there clicking along with them. JT Daniels and crew are looking real good. And I'm happy that man's back on the field after that injury he had. Happy to see him back and play. But you mentioned that defense. Mr. Tyndall got the sacks, got the tackles looking real nice. Nolan Smith leading the team in sacks with 2.5 already. Man, it's looking good, I think. And for Arkansas, man, KJ Jefferson, what a great season he's had so far. I think he's still going to be able to keep that up and keep that same energy. He's going to be looking great. As for the defense, man, you got your boy and Bumper Poole looking real good with all those tackles, looking solid. Man, it's going to be a great showdown. I'm ready for it. You got two teams who have a good offense and a tremendous defense. I think it's going to be a close one, Mr. Turner. I got this one. I got the Dogs winning this one, but I'm going to keep it close with you as well. I got the Bulldogs 21. I got the Arkansas Razorbacks 14. I think it's going to be a one-score game. It's going to be a close game. And I think it's going to be whoever's defense is going to be the toughest. That's going to be able who's getting the win this upcoming Saturday. It's going to be a great game. I can't wait to watch it. Like you said, it's noon. It's a great game. Everyone's going to be ready. Got the popcorn, got the chips, got the drinks ready. It's going to be a fun game. Well, VT, do you have any final thoughts before we go our separate ways today this morning?
Well, I'm going to say this. When you look at this football game overall, for Arkansas to really be in the football game comes to the quarterback, KJ Jefferson, a dual threat guy. He's got to make plays in this game, but not so much from throwing the football, but I want to see if he's going to put pressure on the Georgia defense with his legs. This will be by far the best quarterback Georgia's faced all season. Then on the outside, Treylon Burks, 6'3", 225, averaging almost 19 yards a catch. He's the biggest playmaker that Arkansas has. And how he plays, and if he can make plays against that secondary with Georgia that's very solid. Deron Kendrick, who everybody's saying is a first rounder. Kelly Ringo, everybody's saying is going to be a potential first rounder. I want to see how Mr. Burks is going to go against them one-on-one on the outside. Remember last week he set the tone with an 85-yard touchdown reception.
That's true.
And I want to know how healthy is JT Daniels, because he's going to take some hits on Saturday. That's another key to the football game. How healthy is JT Daniels? And if he happens to go out of the football game, Stetson Bennett is able to have to play some series. It's going to be very interesting. So, my final words, I'm not going to leave it with no musician words today. I'm going to leave it as I always do. Being from the great state of Arkansas, Billy Bob Thornton, Bill Clinton, you know who those people are. I don't have to say no more. Johnny Cash. It's something in Arkansas that we always have to do. As I told you, on Thursday afternoon, they're going to ascend. So, Logan, don't get mad, because you know what I'm finna do. Ooh, pig, suey. Ooh, pig, suey. Ooh, pig, suey, Razorbacks.
Hey, you heard it here first from 100 Yards of Football. The game preview between the Dogs and the Hogs. Georgia versus Arkansas. Number 2 versus number 8. Who will win? Drop a comment. Let us know. Hey, we will interact with all of y'all. We love to hear your final scores. Who you think is going to be the MVP of this game? We appreciate all the love and support. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you enjoy all of our content. And also, please go check out our podcast, available on Spotify, Apple, iTunes, iHeartRadio, anywhere you listen to podcasts. We upload every single day, sometimes multiple uploads per day. Great game previews, legends interviews, history specials, anything football related, we have it over there. So please go over there and be sure to give us a review. Hey, for my guy, Mr. Football, Vincent Turner, he broke it down like no one else can. One of the best in the business. Thank you, sir, for coming on and talking about this game. Hey, I've been your producer, Logan Landers. You guys have a great day. We will talk to you again very soon with another great game preview.